Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Denny, obviously a lot was made of last season with the organization going 0 for the last 18. Certainly there were some races where the 20 had opportunity. I think you had some opportunities. This season now have gone out and won 5 of the first 8. How do you look at the balance of power? You know, I know there have been a couple races where you guys have won where maybe didn't lead the most laps. So are you really, you know, that much stronger than others, or how do you look at, you know, we've certainly seen some other organizations lead a bunch of laps, maybe win some races, maybe not. I just.
Yeah, I mean, I told the team, like, you know, the crew chief, I said, you know, don't get offended when I debrief and say that we probably had an 8th place car. You know, it's just, and I think the same could be said for probably a couple C-Bells wins, right? Things just kind of fell nice. And so I don't think that we've been, you know, short of last week. Last week was domination, but there hasn't been a lot of dominating Gibbs wins this year. And so, you know, last week was one of the only ones. And then, you know, C-Bell at Phoenix was dominating. So, you know, I see it as we had two times that we had the best car, won the race. And then we've had other things just kind of fall our way. And, you know, that's really what our job is on days like this, is to just hang around when you don't have a race-winning car. You know, don't stuff it in the fence trying to, you know, get second when, you know, third's a pretty good day. And, you know, because anything can happen. And you know, late cautions like this, I've had to go the other way. Texas, I can think of just last year or so. You know, the race is over, and then a late caution, boom, I don't win. I finished 20-something. So we've had many get out of our hands, and it's finally starting to balance itself out. You know, this one certainly is one that, you know, I didn't deserve really as a driver, but you know, it feels good to get a win that you didn't have the best car, you didn't have race-winning speed, you just did your job just good enough to execute, and keep the team in the game, right? We just, very similar to Houston yesterday. Duke dominated the game, but Houston just kept hanging around just enough and capitalized when the others couldn't close, and that's what happened tonight.